like that.
Hello and welcome to another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. My name is Adam. I'm the community manager of Franchise Hockey. With me, as always, and digitally pictured on your screen is FHM producer Jeff. Say hi, Jeff.
Hey, everybody.
And we are back with the good, the bad, and the ugly. The Vancouver Canucks 2024-2025 season of hope.
Oh, sorta.
Yeah, I think that's okay to say. I mean, Jeff, we're pretty rich with prospects, I would say.
Yeah, well, I mean, the season preview called us one of the possible contenders. So, if you believe that, maybe we got a chance this year. We started 3-2-0, and we've. I'll show you the prospect rankings. Remember, at the start of this game, we were, I think, the second worst system in there in terms of prospects in the league, and now we're up to looks like third overall. And I was just having a look through this earlier, looking at a couple of some of the young guys. The big one, Kiva Harju, the defenseman, our first rounder this year, has started in the Liga in Finland, top level league in Finland, pretty well. 19 points in his first 16 games as an 18-year-old defenseman. So we may have to bring him over sooner rather than later. And Stenberg, the other guy that's got we're doing looks like it's looking really promising in Europe. Is playing in the Czech league this year and 20 points in his first 13 games. So I think we're doing reasonably well in the prospect pool right now. Don't have to worry too much about that. We may have enough in there now at this point that we can, if we need to, make a trade deadline deal to bring in some help by shipping away a couple of prospects, which is not something we've really been able to do in the past. But
Well, speaking of which, just looking at the trade block right now, maybe there is somebody you want to trade for.
I have not looked at it. What do we got?
Couple of interesting choices, I'll say that much.
Oh, wow. Fox and McCarr are both on there. They going to be free agents this year? Is that what's going on there? Nope. McCarr has 3 years left on his deal, and I wonder if Colorado maybe has cap trouble, and Fox has 5 years. What's going on
Time to
with?
beef up the
In
D.
fact, the Rangers have Chris Kreider on the list too, and Colorado's got a couple of cadres there. They must be having cap issues. Rangers actually started 3-0. Oh yeah, there we go. Right at the cap for the Rangers. So they're probably trying to look to get a little bit of flexibility there. And I'm guessing if I go to Colorado, I'm going to see something similar. Yeah, not quite as bad, but within about 800,000 of it. Oh, and they're one player. They've only got 22 guys up, so yeah, they're right up against it too. Let's take a closer look at the whole trading block list. Actually surprising to see that many guys on it at this point in the season. Usually it doesn't bulk up until closer to the trading deadline. Definitely don't want Erik Karlsson. We got rid of him in our San Jose game last year. And don't need that contract. I mean, we could try to get a defenseman, but we're already pretty good on D, and getting one of those two is going to be really expensive.
Oh, but it's so tempting, isn't it?
And what? Oh, yeah. There's the other problem. We're only less than $2 million from the cap, so I think I better hold off for now. And we've also got a more immediate problem to deal with. We've got 3 guys injured. All of them are day-to-day. Bratt, who we signed as a free agent, and okay, Podkolzin or Lambert can still play. And do I have? Okay, no, I don't have to. I was thinking I might have to put somebody on the injured reserve to call somebody up, but we've got just enough forwards right now. So I think I'm going to go ahead and sim this game. Oh, we got any other news that I need to look at? Jugan, the rookie that we sent down to Abbotsford, looks like he got hurt. Oh, yeah, ligament 1 to 2 months. That's not great. Okay, against the Blues, what do the Blues look like at this point? Yeah, quite a few changes there. O'Reilly's still around. Krug, Pareko, and Billington still in goal. Yeah, looks like they've gone a little bit downhill. So can this be a win? 5-4 win in overtime. And one of the other things we were looking at when we ended this last time was trying to get Pedersen going, because Pedersen is making $10 million and he's coming off like a 53 point or something like that season.
Yeah.
Kind of disappointing, but looks like he's got another assist here. And we gave him a little more time. We changed the lines a little bit to give him a little more power play time. So he's sort of starting to respond to that, but I really need him getting 70 to 80 points a year at least. More than
I
that
should
would be
mention
better.
we are currently streaming on twitch.tv/franchise hockey manager, twitch.tv/OOTP developments, as well as our Steam page. And I'm trying to watch all three chats. So
Yeah.
if you
So,
read something, I'll do my best to see.
yeah, I've only got my eye on the OTP Twitch stream right now. But if Adam sees something, if you got a question, you can ask on any of them, and Adam will let me know.
Yeah. I was just trying to remember. Yeah, I think if we're gonna, would you consider putting Höglander on the trade block?
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Maybe.
I mean, he only put up 28 points last year.
Maybe Höglander and put Colson, because I think if we're going to upgrade a forward, one of those guys is probably going to have to go. So maybe I'm going to put them both on the trade block, and we'll see if we get any interesting offers for one of them. And Lambert is healthy again, but Horvat's hurt himself. If Horvat's not healthy for the next one, I'll just swap Lambert into the second line center spot for that game. But 4-2-0 start, and well, at least one was an overtime win, but reasonably good. Looks like the Islanders, defending Cup champions, have started 0-4-0.
So just as a heads up here, immediately shopping him, I get an offer of a second round pick.
Doesn't really do anything for us now.
Höglander.
So that's a good sign, though. So I think if I wait a little bit. Okay, Lambert in as the number 2 center against Nashville. And Nashville wins 3-1.
And also get a second round offer for Pokolzin too. Oh wow! Okay, hold on. Here is an interesting offer. I did a trade proposal for Pokolzin, and I got an offer of Eli Tolvanen from Nashville, straight up.
Oh, okay, and this is finally the helpful note that we added this feature this year that you can set a note for yourself, and I would have totally forgot about this if I hadn't done it. I need to check if we want to keep up the 2 guys who can be sent to the back to junior. Oh, we're only at okay. Anderson's only played 5 games, and Peddle was the other one. He's played 6, so I've got a couple more games there, and Peddle right has 5 points in his first 6 games. So I have to make a decision before 10 games on whether or not I want to send those guys back to junior, because I can't send them to the minors. And if they're not going to play regularly, it may be better to send them down.
Well, if we end up trading somebody, we might need one of them too, right? So.
Which was the one you got the offer for Tolvanen? Colson?
Pokolzin, yeah.
Let's just see what happens when I try shopping them. 7 offers, apparently.
Yeah, that's what I had to.
Okay, Bruins offer Studnicka, and that's kind of a wash. Tuomala from Flyers. not quite as far along as Podkolzin and similar potential, so probably not. Blues, Ivan Vorobyev. No, minor for 1.5 star. Forget that. Oh, it's and a 7th rounder, but no, still not interested. Anaheim, Josh Lupina, minor leaguer and a 7th rounder. Again, not very good. Nashville and a 31-year-old Colin Miller and a 6th rounder. That does nothing for me. And the Kraken are offering to give us. We had Cal Foot at one point, didn't we? Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And we got somebody named Hamara for him. Who's Hamara? Oh, the Czech kid who's in Abbotsford right now. But I don't really want. Yeah, I didn't get anywhere near as good as offers as you did.
I shopped Hoglander first, so maybe that made a difference. Shop Hoglander now, see what happens.
No, I don't think the way it works, it wouldn't make much of a difference, but just out of curiosity, what happens if I go directly to Nashville?
And make that a same offer?
Make the direct offer. Scout says it's well balanced. Okay, I'll just offer it as 1v1.
I will say that's the contract price there. You're going up 4.6 to 2 point, or you're at 2.6, and his is a 4.6.
I think we.
He's only signed for 2 more years.
I think we can just get in under that amount. That's. But another game against Detroit. Is Horvat ready? Okay, Lambert. And goes out for Horvat. Horvat going into his normal spot. And who did we have? Did I have Appleton in? No. Oh, Pelletier, I think. Lambert. Okay, 4th line. And in against the Wings, and a 4-1 win. Tyler Mott with the first star, a couple of assists. And looks like Demko had a pretty good game as well. What's happening with Pedersen, mediocre game. And Lambert had a goal off the 4th line in a good game. And now Besser's hurt. Calf strain 2 to 3 weeks, so I am going to have to put him on the injured list. And I'm going to redo the lines just to see. I would actually put AI wants put Colson on the first line. I forgot to have Pelletier in there when I did that. Well, if we're trying to move for Colson right now, we'll feature him on the first line for a little bit and see if that helps. Okay. Okay, Lundqvist, who's hurt, is almost back. Same with Brott. Carolina and Arizona making a deal. Vincent Trocheck headed to Arizona for a prospect who's playing at Notre Dame. And we've got Seattle tonight. You guys are looking a little tired, but I think we can get away with it. And I think I'm going to start DiPietro. He's actually a little hotter than Demko at the moment.
Yeah.
Ouch. 5-0 loss to Seattle. And we outshot them too.
Harsh.
Bad game for DiPietro, and who's that? Blackwood, and he playing goal for Seattle, shut us right down.
Guess that means we need to trade for a defenseman.
Oh man, look at that's a terrible game for Pedersen. 58 game rating. No, we're getting Lundqvist back. He's injured right now though. So, oh, and I got to check the 10 games too. Need to make a decision on that. Anderson and Peddle. I'll do it as soon as they hit 9. And we got a no way back from the Tolvanen offer, so I'll just let that be for now.
Okay, I'm just telling you, in my sim as I'm going beside, you should be keeping both of them on the team.
What put Colson and Hoglander? Or the
No,
rookies?
both the rookies.
Well, let's see. Anderson, 7 games, 5 points. Yeah, hard to argue with that. +3.
Oh,
And
well, I hope what happened in mine didn't just happen in your game.
you got
Doesn't
what?
happen in your game.
Got them hurt?
Yeah. Yeah, Anderson just made it really easy in his 8th game. He's out for 3 to 4 months.
Ouch, yeah, that would be an obvious send down. The other thing is we're a little tight. Oh, okay, that's because I put
Well,
Besser
I
on the
mean,
injured list. I'm fairly tight to the cap, and they're making minimum salary, so that kind of plays into it.
You don't have to send him down. You just send him to the injured list too, right?
Yeah, because he's not gonna. The contract won't slide because he won't hit the 10 games. You can make the decision later. But no such luck in this game. I can get at least one more game out of them though.
No such luck that your guys didn't get injured.
Wow.
Wow, that's pretty dark there,
A little
Jeff.
harsh.
Pretty dark.
Yeah, do what you got to do.
Just walking around with a stick, taking guys out in the legs.
Yeah. Tanya Harding.
So, Jeff, as we're continuing here, we're about a month into the off season now. How do you feel about how the Vancouver Canucks in real life have been doing with their off season?
Would maybe, I mean, it's not like we've had any big name signings. We got the other Russian, Mikheyev, and Curtis Lazar, who apparently really wanted to play here, so that's good. But other than that, it's been.
But did you go forward?
I did. No, I
Okay.
didn't.
Do me a favor. Go to your depth chart and tell me what Liam's Armsby, his talent and potential is.
2.5, 3.5.
Okay.
And 7 points in his first 14 game in Abbotsford. Just the backstory to Armsby. I think we've taken him in the last
Since Quebec.
like 3 years running, 4 years running.
Yeah, about that.
In our streaming games, and he always turns out really well for us, even though I've actually downrated him a little bit in the database because he's not a super high prospect. But he was actually picked in the 7th round this year in the NHL draft, the real one, by Florida, I think was it Florida or Tampa?
Yes, I believe it was Florida.
Florida. So nice to see a guy that we've been looking at this long and who's been done so well in the game, actually getting a real life shot, and it looks like he's doing reasonably well here. Got a lot of guys in front of him, although he's may push Sturm at some point. But Pinelli's the guy we signed as a free agent is pretty even. He's also got Stenberg,
Who's also a
the,
former
Swede.
draft pick. Also a former draft pick in our Quebec game, I believe.
And Krumans, who's playing for Dinamo Riga, who's still in the KHL. We started this game before we made the changes to reflect the situation in Russia, with Dinamo Riga not being in the KHL anymore. So they're still there in this game, and he's actually had 26 points in his first 23 games. It's pretty impressive as a 19-year-old.
Have they announced what they're going to?
Riga won't play this season, and neither will Jokerit.
Oh, Jokerit's not playing at all.
No, the suspicion, the last I heard from Olazi, our Finnish researcher, says the expectation is they'll probably apply to play in the Finnish top league next year, but they're sitting out this season. Oh, okay, and Lundqvist is healthy.
Why?
About 80%.
That seems odd. Like, why miss a season of hockey?
Apparently, there's a weird thing. Their arena is also owned by an oligarch.
Okay.
So that's kind of awkward for them. So they got to figure out what's going on with that.
Well, the team was, but then wasn't it Yari Curry bought the entire thing?
Yeah, but that's I think there's some suggestion that he's maybe a front man for that, and And we just managed to lose 4-1 to Florida, and I think that drops us back to 500. And I'm gonna have to shuffle the lines before the next game. But yeah, so it's they're going to be out this year. Dina Moriga isn't playing at all. They thought they might go back and play in the Latvian league, but apparently not. And they would kind of be they'd be way too strong for that league, really. So I imagine both of them are going to be back at some point, but not this year. What were you going to say?
Well, I said it might bring up the strength of the entire league, which isn't a bad thing.
Yeah. But even if they're only around for one league, 1 year, that's not great where they go, 36-0 or however many games they play and dominate everybody. I don't know if that really does anything for the league. Development report. Okay, Alex Cotton off to a decent start in Abbotsford, yeah. We were kind of hoping he'd break out faster than he has, but nothing so far. Goyaev, 19-year-old playing in Abbotsford, 9 points in his first 13 games. That's kind of impressive.
Nice.
And Crewman's guy in the KHL, also getting a lot of improvement. Yeah, we're getting a lot of our prospects turning out, and nobody. Was
we are a pretty young team.
2.5 stars at the start of this, or 3 stars?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
He's anyhow. He hit was it 3 stars now? He wasn't before, and nobody headed downhill. So young team on the way up. And monthly budget, I think I'll leave that as it is. Max scouting support. Starting to build up a little bit of a chunk of money so we can maybe make some arena improvements next year.
Time to move the team?
Okay. I was going to say, we got Lundqvist is ready to go back in, and he's going to have to play. So what I've got is Sean Walker, who we signed on a tryout and hasn't really done that much. He's not waiver eligible, but it's either send him down and risk losing him on waivers, or send Reed Anderson back to, where would he go? Medicine Hat, where he actually played all of last year in Philly, so it would be the first time he's been in Medicine Hat in 2 years.
I'd say keep Anderson up anyways.
Yeah, he came over in that trade. Yeah, when we traded Dickinson to the Flyers. Is Dickinson still with the Flyers? Yes, he is. And I'm not doing too badly. I still think we did better in that. Okay, we'll take a chance. I'm going to take Walker out and send Walker down, and hopefully we don't lose him, but if we do lose him, easy come, easy go. We didn't pay anything for him. And Brad is still partially hurt. Oh, and Peddle, is he at 9 games? He's at 9 games, 7 points in his first 9 games. I'm leaving him up. And the AI also wants to run him on the second line. And look at he's rated 14 in offensive defense there. He doesn't look like he's going to be overwhelmed or anything by staying up. Oh, come to think of it, I don't think I reset my training after training camp. Let me just take a quick look at that, because I think I can spread the mental stuff out for sure. That was a 14 overall. I usually try to keep the bonus, which is the second number there listed in parentheses. Try to keep that at a little above 10. 13 should be fine. 13. Oh yeah, offensive training. Nobody's getting that. Don't have to leave it there. Peddle gets that as well. And defensive, same thing. Give that to Anderson and Pelletier.
Yes, Mr. Anderson.
Okay, that should be good. Good thing I remembered that in time. Okay, and on to either the Islanders or Rangers. I'm not sure if that's which one that is coming up next. Islanders apparently finally won a couple of games. And gee, the Kraken still undefeated. 7-0-1 to start the year. Great, now we got to deal with them in our division too. Vegas signing a free agent. A couple of teams signing free agents. No, Besser had a setback. 1 to 2 months with his calf strain now. Or calf strain? And board confidence update. Season's a great success so far, and we're in outstanding shape. And they seem to be happy with, even though we're only playing 500 for the last month. Okay.
I mean, it is Vancouver, so
Yay.
we're
And
not
the
sure about what they want.
defending champion Islanders up next.
Yeah.
Try swapping Podkolzin up to the first line for this one. And narrow 5-4 loss. Pedersen had a couple of assists at least. But yeah, it looks like we were, they got an early lead, up 3-0, and then we were playing from behind the whole way. Nice game from Provorov on D, and Carlson had a good one in the first line, so maybe I'll leave him there. Bad game for Bo Horvat. I think we should just about have brought back. Starting to wonder if we need another, probably like second line forward, or even somebody who can play on the first. Although I guess that's going to give Besser a chance, or what calls an Oglander a chance with Besser out. But
well, I was going to say, would you consider getting a first-round pick for Höglander?
Oh, geez, the Canucks' big free agent signing from this summer in real life, Ilya Mikheyev, was just waived by Detroit in the game after getting 1 point in his first 8 games. I would maybe do that. I mean, that might be something I could even flip at the trading deadline. Where did you get that?
Well, made the trade offer. I offered Höglander and the rights to Adams Bazzi. Czech winger who we have the rights of, to Montreal for the first round pick, and they said yes.
That would be interesting. Where's Montreal? I mean, they're near the top of the league.
They're pretty high, but they're one of the teams looking for a winger who's not in the Western Conference. Again, Höglander in my game so far has 6 points in 15 games. He had 28 points last year. We could probably use that second first-round pick to...
Yeah, fry something out of somebody at the trading deadline if we want to get a rental. A really good rental. And we can sort of accumulate cap space now that with Besser on the injured list for a few weeks. Höglander and what was the other guy's name? The prospect?
The lowest-ranked unsigned prospect. Adams Spazi. Csabi.
Oh, yeah, his name's Adam. We got to get rid of him.
Yeah, perfect. He was a 7th-round pick this past season, actually. So I'd probably take a little bit of the hit for trading him, but...
No. Fans won't care about a 7th-rounder.
I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of tempting to take a first-round pick. I mean, Montreal in my game's got 20 points. 9-3-2.
Okay, Brad is finally healthy again, so I'm going to redo the line.
Yeah, Montreal's leading the Atlantic in your game there, so.
Pelletier. redo the lines. Man, the AI really loves putting Mason Appleton in the first line winger spot.
Wants him to succeed.
Well, I'm swapping with Colson.
Yeah, how dare you try and make him actually? Well, see, okay, so
And
here's
a 5-2 win over
you know
Dallas, so that's better.
I asked you how you thought Vancouver offseason was doing.
Yep.
Winnipeg's offseason has been. I'm trying to think of the right word. No, you know what? Like, okay, there's all
I
the
like
stuff with Pierre.
the thing about Dubois the other week, where the only reason he showed up at the draft was because he thought he was going to be traded.
Well, they've said that. Then he said, "Well, no, he got invited," and I'm like, okay, I don't know who I believe. The Athletic confirmed it, and then their source backpedaled and was like, "Actually, I have no idea." So good work on the Athletic for having a source who's basically was like, "Nope, I'm
Making stuff up.
not sure on anything." Yeah, but anyways, like, okay, take the Dubois situation aside. Whatever. The big thing right now in the market is there's been um, a lot of people freaking out about the Jets not signing like any free agents
And
other than
just
left shot defensemen.
in the game, Detroit said, or Montreal said no way to that.
Really, they said it
Yeah.
yes on mine.
Then I'll just continue to wait for offers on Oglander.
All right, I'll
But
go
go ahead,
digging
Rob.
for another one then.
What were you going to say?
Well, I was gonna say, so people have been freaking out because they haven't been trying or they haven't signed any forwards. Apparently, like Danton Heinen just signed with Pittsburgh. Apparently, Winnipeg did have an offer that was more than what Pittsburgh had offered and he signed for. But the thing that kills me is people are like wanting. They're like, let the kids play, get them on the team, and yet at the same time they're being like, let's bring in. Why aren't they signing anybody? It's like, well, you have a group of forwards of guys you want to play, so why are you not letting them go? I don't like.
Okay.
What's the
So
argument
hold on.
for
So I
signing a bunch
understand
of
correctly here, you, the guy who always signs whatever free agents are available in our games and never brings up the young guys, is arguing that Winnipeg should be playing the young guys?
No. I that is patently untrue. I bring up lots of young guys. You're the guy who's trying to get me to trade for lots of old guys. I
Oh,
like
no.
having like a couple veterans, but I mean, like, Winnipeg's got David Gustafson ready to go. Barron showed that he looks like he can play. So, like, why? Like, there's two guys who weren't really on the roster all the time last year. Why are we not wanting to see them? Hopefully, Perfetti's ready to go for the season. He's going to need a spot. So there's three spots with guys who already missed. Like, why are we trying to sign more guys to not let the rookies play?
And we lose
I don't know,
to
it's just
Anaheim in overtime. JT Miller, who we traded away at the start of this game, is the first star. But yeah,
boggles my mind.
yeah.
And actually, I mean, the Jets' biggest signing so far is one of your defensemen on this roster here, Al Capobianco.
Oh, they signed him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been
They
kind
signed
of
him. That was it's like
serviceable in
no,
this game.
well, yes, that's what Winnipeg needs is more left-handed defensemen. They only have about 90 of them. I still think a trade
Yeah,
is
speaking
likely
of
coming.
Winnipeg, Kyle Connor in this game has a 16-game point streak.
Oh yeah.
And how's he done so far in this one? Oh yeah, pretty close to real life in his first year. And 61, 83, so up and down, but still pretty good. And they've still got him for a couple more years at $7 million, which is relatively cheap for a guy who's getting 80 points a year.
But my point is, I'm just annoyed with people saying like they're not signing guys. It's like I don't want fourth line guys. Let the rookie guys come up and try and fight their way up the lineup.
Okay, let's see if we can get this turned around, as we're sliding backwards again, and now we get shut out by Vegas. And yeah, it looks like they completely outplayed us, outshot us. Ferguson completely shut us down. Decent game out of Garland, but not much else. You got to take a look at their stats and just see how guys are doing to this point, because I'm not really happy with the start. 7-7-1 when we should have been a contender. even though the division's weak and that we're still in third place in it. Still not great. And maybe take a look at what's going on in Abbotsford and see if there's anybody worth calling up. And it looks like the Oilers are Kraken is starting to slip a little, and the Oilers are breaking out. But it's Edmonton, so they'll find some way to lose by the end of the year. Although I think they did win a cup in this one, didn't they?
Edmonton, I believe they did. Let me check. Yeah, they won back-to-back cups, actually. 21-22 and 22-23. Before the Islanders won last year.
Okay, what do our stats look like? Horvat having a great year. I remember being a little worried about his production a couple of years ago, but he's totally turned that around. 16 points in 14 games. And Peddle's actually our number 2 scorer as a rookie. You got to be a
I said it. I didn't want you to set him down.
Calder candidate, yeah. Garland okay. Hughes a little bit more to him. Lambert okay for his second year. But Colson, despite us trying to trade him, being on the trading block, okay. Pedersen, 7 points in 15 games. What the hell, dude? You're getting $10 million a year and you're producing like that. Anderson, maybe we should have sent him down. He's tailed off a little bit. Lundqvist, who had a big year for us last year, has been hurt, but he's doing okay-ish. Morgan Frost, who I was hoping would be producing on the third line, hasn't at all. Three assists in 15 games. And Drysdale, who should be improving, looks like he's slid backwards quite a bit this year. 2 points in 15 games. And DiPietro, goalies have okay numbers. Basically the same as last year. And Bratt, the free agent, we signed 2 points in 7 games. Oh, and I wanted to look at Abbotsford as well to see if there's anything. Apparently not. 14 leading scorers only has 14 points in 19 games. Suzdalev, the Swedish/Russian rookie. And Novak played a little bit for us last year. Okay. McDonald, we got in a trade. Is anybody really standing out? Doesn't look like it. What the goalies? Lennox numbers aren't fantastic, although he's still allegedly 4.5-star potential. I don't really believe that. And not great stats from Eliasson, who's been the starter apparently. Well, save percentage is okay. Goals against average is kind of high. But I don't see anybody down there that's really makes sense to bring up just because they're performing so well. Okay. Pelletier, since he's not doing much, comes up. Hoglander goes back in. See what the AI wants to do. Bratt, okay, on the second line. Okay, he really loves Appleton. I'm going to try him on the second, or Bratt on the first line. He loves Appleton. I'm going to try him on the second line. So that gives a couple of decent back checkers, and that lets Peddle, the rookie, play offensively. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. And Pedersen is getting his power play time. Do I need to switch any of this? I'm going to try swapping Lundqvist and Provorov. Get a little more offense on that first line, maybe, if the defensemen are going to hit up ice. And Anaheim's having a bad year, so this should be a win. And it is 3-1. And Appleton gets a couple of points from the second line. So maybe it makes sense to have him there. Pedersen shut out yet again.
Really?
What?
Well, I said Appleton up on top. Oh, interesting.
How'd we get Appleton anyhow? Is that a free agent signing?
I think we signed him, but I could be wrong. I'm trying to work on a different trade for you.
I think that was a free agent signing last year. Oh no, we got him. Yeah, we dumped Marcus Felino,
Oh, right.
minor league goalie, and a third rounder for him. What's Felino? Felino's actually kind of bounced back this year in Seattle. 7 points in 15 games.
Well, he was doing nothing for us.
Yeah, he was falling apart for us. 2 points in 16 games, and then he got a little more playing time in Seattle. He literally didn't score any goals this last year. He's got 1 goal in his last 2 NHL seasons, but he does have a bunch of assists. And probably veteran leadership for Seattle is actually ahead of us in the standings right now, so I shouldn't make too much fun of him. And Peddle's out with shin splints day today, so Pelletier comes in for him. Oops, thought I swapped that. There we go. And I've only got 6 defensemen up. I apparently didn't need to send down Walker. I can bring him back up.
Didn't you have too many players?
I thought I did. I don't know how that. Oh, because I put. Oh no, I thought I did add too many players and I didn't, and then I've put Besser on the injured list, and he's there for another couple of weeks. So there'll still be room when he comes back, but I do want that extra defenseman up just in case somebody gets hurt or tired. Okay, up against the Flyers, Demko at least is starting to heat up, and Walker needs a number, apparently. Start Demko against the Flyers, and come on, get us a win here. 4-1 win.
Okay.
And finally, Pettersson has 2 goals.
Okay, I got you another first-round pick, Jeff.
Did it involve Colson because he just got hurt?
No, involved Hoglander.
Although Colson's not out, but Lambert is out for 1 to 2 weeks with a hip strain, and I may need to call somebody up here. Somebody doesn't get healthy.
This is a trade you definitely want to make because the team is around 500.
Okay, what was
in my game at least?
What was it?
It's Hoglander and the rights to defenseman Brady Smith for New Jersey's first-round pick.
And New Jersey, they're actually much they're worse than 500 in this.
Yeah, so if
they're
you can get that
actually
done,
dead last in the league right now, which makes me think they're probably not going to give that first rounder up as easily. I can try.
Well, find out.
These are definitely first rounders from this year we're talking about, right?
Yes. 2025. Yeah, the Devils are 7-6-0 in my game.
Yeah, they're like 3-9-1 in this one. And it was who's the second guy? Hoglander and
The rights to Brady Smith.
he's relatively low rated.
Yep.
Oh yeah, there he is. I'd be really surprised if they do this.
Well, just see what it says first, and you can toss in another pick anyways.
Scout says they'll probably accept the offer. Let's just, do that. And I've got a spare 7th rounder from the Flyers, so I'll throw that in.
Well, why throw in more if they will take it in the first place?
Yeah, just to be on the safe side, because the last one we tried like this got rejected. And I definitely need to call somebody up here. But Colson's going to have to play even though he's hurt, and I do have a roster spot there. Which of the forwards comes up? Pinelli be a candidate, but he's hurt. Maybe McLennan.
Zudev. Nope.
Actually, Zev Garag.
Bring up our old buddy Pelini.
Who?
Or better yet, Arnsby. Just give Arnsby a shot.
Oh, actually, it looks like Suzdalev, the Swedish kid, picked up after the last time we looked at him. He's 4 stars. I'm going to bring him up for a game. Just See how he
Hey,
does.
you know what?
4-star potential, I mean.
Send or call up Kernovic up to the AHL. Just see how he does in the AHL.
I had him in the AHL. That's why I sent him to the ECHL just to get him more playing time because he
No, I should send him.
wasn't
Bring
getting
him
used
back up.
enough. Why? What's he doing in the ECHL?
I don't know, but I just got a feeling. Need a guy who scores.
He 6 games, no points in the AHL when he started the year. I'll leave him. I'll wait until around Christmas, another month or so, and if he's doing better in Thunder Bay, and maybe he'll get a little more playing time in Abbotsford at that point if they've got some injuries. Okay, you have to shuffle the lines to make that work.
P-Wog comes in and says, "Go Wings."
How are the Wings doing, P-Wog? 6-9-0. I thought they'd been doing better in this game. What were they like last season? Yeah, they were up to 92 points last year, but they're kind of going downhill a little bit here. Okay, up against the Rangers. We were 11-2-1, and they beat us 4-3. So at least we played them close, and Pedersen got another couple of points. So that seems to be helping him having Lundqvist on the first defensive pair. So maybe that'll finally get him going.
P-Wog, how do you feel about you taking my boy Andrew Kopp?
And what you paid for them? You got a nice deal.
Terrible deal. It's not a great deal.
Oh, nice deal for him.
Yeah.
Okay, Besser is back in practice, so we'll have him back soon, hopefully. None of the other guys rushing back, apparently.
Man, still haven't got a reply back yet?
Apparently not. Maybe tomorrow. I'm sure I offered it.
P-Wog says, "Great." Maybe you didn't.
Ah, we got it. We got it.
All right, make that trade all day long.
So Hoglander, 23.
Oh, wait. Before, did you accept it?
Yeah.
Don't accept it.
I haven't accepted that. Why?
No, I was just going to say change your lines first before you...
Why would I want to do that?
Well, just if you want to replace Hoglander straight up.
I got to call somebody up anyhow.
All right, well, that gives you a probable lottery pick.
Actually, wait, let me... I got to bring up one of the... Okay, McLennan's playing reasonably well. How's Armsby doing now? Let's bring Armsby up just for a game or so.
Yeah, there you go.
But he's a center, so I'm going to have to shuffle the lines around anyhow. So I'll just complete that. And the Devils, who are, yep, still last in the league. Surprised the AI logic that keeps them from... I think it might be just a little too early for that to be happening.
Considering too much, yeah.
If it's a lottery pick, there's a point at which I think 13 games is too soon for it to kick in. They'll say, you know, we expect this to be an extremely high pick.
They can still turn it around, yeah.
Let's hope they don't.
Yeah.
And Armsby. And we got a couple of days before the next game, so we may get some guys healthy again. But yeah, I mean, potential #1 overall. I haven't even looked at the draft for this year. If I remember,
look right now.
Wasn't that deep? Yeah, I'm going to check.
There is a goaltender who is
right.
number
It had
one
the goalie
prospect.
#1. So
Alex Keast, and followed by Michael Misa as #2.
Yeah, he's a real guy.
He has 32 points in 13 games in the OHL. Following that is somebody named Ryan Rubrock.
Yeah, another real guy.
Yeah, sounds...
Rubrock,
couple goalies really high ranked.
Yeah, they may fade out as the season
And
goes
then
on.
Malcolm Spence.
Yeah, Kingston, a lot of OHL guys.
Oh yeah, this draft actually drops off pretty quick. So
Yeah, it's going to be nice to have that first pick. Misa is the big prize there. That definitely looks like a potential superstar. Alrighty, one more day. Whoops, what's... Oh, Armsby needs a number. And no, he can't have number 11.
you don't want Messier's number.
Well, it's Wayne Mackey's honored number, and I don't want to jinx him with giving him the Messier number.
Probably a good call.
So despite being up and down, we're still in third place.
I don't think we're going to miss Höglander that much.
No, he wasn't getting a lot of playing time. And I think...
He just...
Good.
You know, as I said, he wasn't doing his job. Like, I mean, you expect him to score, and putting up 30 points last year, not good enough.
Yeah, Armstrong actually is going to get used on the wing for a game. And we got the Jets, who are 10-6-2, a little better than us. And we beat them 4-1. Nice game from Demko, nice game from Horvat, and Capobianco gets the third star. So we just sort of picked him as a fill-in guy for a couple of seasons ago, but he keeps hanging on just barely. And finally, a couple of games above 500. Let's see if we can keep that.
Here's open.
Oh, Bobrovsky apparently maybe traded out of Florida. He's down to 3 stars, though, so nobody we're interested in.
He can't have that much contract left.
Unless he re-signed at some point. He's got 1 year left. After this one, so 2 total. And Peddle is almost back, but not quite. And I think we're Besser must be on the verge of coming back as well. Okay, Peddle is good. Adam Gaudette waived by Chicago. I mean, now 3 stars, but he's 28, and he's no better than Sturm. Oh, we're in Chicago tonight. Okay, so Bud Colson, who's been hurt and playing with a really low fitness the last little while, comes out. And yeah, actually demotes Peddle down to the 4th line.
P-Wog says probably going to get Bally Sports Detroit cord cutter able to watch Wings games this year.
Oh, nice. They were blacked out before?
I mean, everything's locally blacked out.
Yeah. And we got crushed by Chicago 6-3. DeBrincat, who's didn't get traded to Ottawa in this game. And Chicago also waived Anthony Angelo, who we likewise don't have much interest in. So Chicago apparently shaking up their roster, and it paid off because they beat us pretty badly. And we're sliding back towards 500 once again. Okay, but Colson is almost back, but not quite.
I feel like we're in a pretty good spot here, even though we're still hovering around 500.
Well, I mean, we're supposed to be a contender, though, so we should be a little bit better than this. Besser is now day-to-day with his calf strain. Okay, well, yeah, it's a little more sensible when I do it again. We wanted Lundqvist on the first line. I'm going to lock him there. got the Bruins next, who seem to be struggling, and we get a 5-2 win over them. And Brad finally gets a couple of goals.
I had to get cable TV this last year, $90 US a month. This year, $19. Yeah, I know that feeling.
And we finally climb into second place in the division. But I mean,
Paying about the same amount PWOG up here in Canada, equivalent at least.
if we were in the Atlantic Division, we'd be in 6th right now.
So, still not great, huh?
And see if we can follow up with that with a win in Tampa.
Did you take Mason Appleton off your top lines? Is that why?
No, I don't. I think he was still up there. I know maybe he got moved down to the third, but 8-1 win over Tampa. Pedersen
Nice.
with 4 goals. And somebody who had Garland with 4 assists on the wing and a 99 game rating. Nice.
Yes.
Okay, so that's starting to work. I've had Armsby up a lot longer than I intended to. A small
How's he
injury.
do?
I'll take a look in a second and see. He had an assist in that game, but I mean, I'm assuming everybody got points in an 8-1 win.
I don't know. That's a bold assumption.
Well, then again, Pedersen had 4 goals, so that's half of it.
That probably doubled his year total.
Ekman Larsen, who he traded away at the start of this, to Calgary, got played in his 1000th game, but doesn't look like he's ever really come back. He's still making $8.2 million a year for getting 17 points last season in Calgary. What did we get for him? Zavgorodny. Yeah, it was basically a salary dump because we gave him up for a prospect who's played a dozen games with us over the years and kind of looks like a career AHLer at this point.
It was just getting rid of his contract was the win.
Okay, come on, Besser. You're day to day. Anytime now. Lambert is close. Still nothing about Besser and Chicago. Lyndon Vey apparently came back to the NHL from the KHL and just got traded to Calgary for a 3rd rounder, and Chicago making more moves. Mackenzie Entwistle sent to Minnesota for a 2nd rounder, so I think Chicago may be in a rebuild.
In a rebuild or in a Buffalo style rebuild?
Well, they're 9-5-4, but they're 5th in the division. Armsby has 1 point in 4 games. Suzdalev has 1 in 5 games. And I am definitely not changing the lineup after that win, even though it's the Oilers.
Sounds to me.
They beat us 3-2 in overtime. Yeah, at least we got a point out of it. Pelletier finally getting his first of the year, and now Connor Garland is hurt. Fantastic. Just as Besser's ready to come back. Sore quad, 1 to 2 weeks. One of these other guys in. See if we get somebody coming back tomorrow. If not, probably put Lambert in. Or we'll see which one of him put goals in his higher fitness. Demko in the top 8 goals against average. So at least he's having a good year. None of our guys in the scoring leaders. Okay, what? Oh, it's almost at the hour too. Okay, put goals in, and Lambert seems to be ready. Development report. Pinelli moves a bit. Kivaharju, how's he? Still putting up big numbers in Finland. 32 points in 27 games. Armsby is up by 3 points. Peddle also up by 3. And Peddle gets 3.5 stars now. And Pelletier has a fairly solid. Oh, and Suzdalev one moved up to 2.5 stars. Okay, so no Besser yet. Garland is out. Lambert in. Keep Armsby on the roster, but he's not going to be dressed. And with Garland out, Peddle actually gets monthly budget. I'm leaving that where it is. Peddle goes onto the first line. And try DiPietro, who still remains hot for some reason, even though he hasn't played particularly great. And we get a 4-3 win over Seattle to, I think, wind this up. And Provorov gets the first star. So that puts us 13-9-2. Besser should be back any day now. At least Garland isn't hurt for more than a couple of weeks. Unless he gets another setback like Besser did. And it's been kind of up and down, but I think we've survived the first quarter of the season or so. And owner's happy enough. Let's just take a quick look at job security to make sure any fans are kind of, well, marginally happy, I guess. Not super thrilled. Job security's fine. Team chemistry is fine. Owner is okay with us. Really wish Besser would heal soon. And I'll just advance it to the next day, but I think if you want to wind it up here, Adam.
All right, sure. So with that, thank you very much for tuning into another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. We typically stream every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Franchise Hockey Manager, as well as twitch.tv/OOTP Developments, and every other week on our Steam page. You can also find all of our streams archived on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/OOTP Developments as well. Of course, you can come on down to our official website. No, too far ahead, skip some stuff. You can find us on Facebook. We're facebook.com/Franchise Hockey Manager. On Twitter, we're @Franchise Hockey. We can also find a link to our official Discord in our Twitter bio. And you can come on down to our official website, which is ootpdevelopments.com. Click on the community button in the top right-hand corner, which will bring you to our official forums where you can come talk about Franchise Hockey Manager, Out of Park Baseball, Perfect Team Go, or anything else you wish to discuss. Jeff,
And I got
any other news you want to share?
quick last game in against San Jose. We get a 6-3 win, so good way to wind it up. Nothing official yet, but probably going to be. Well, there's a couple of things I got to check this week, but I think we may be able to start giving you some more concrete FHM 9 news soon-ish. Got some
So make sure
interesting
you're
things
tuning
coming
into our
for you
streams.
guys. Yeah, and we will start talking about that pretty soon, as we're, well, coming up on August now.
Yeah, I guess we should also mention, because I don't know that we actually have, but Franchise Hockey Manager 8 is now in its off-season price at $19.99 USD.
Yep, so if you haven't picked it up yet, good time to do that.
Yeah.
But other than that,
Which is available on everything.
We'll be back next week with Adam's Winnipeg Jets game with the defending Stanley Cup champion Winnipeg Jets. Adam has finally done it and won a Stanley Cup.
Yeah, and things are looking pretty bleak in the future.
Well, oh yeah, because I think you increased your, you didn't increase your total wage budget by signing 2 guys.
Well, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so we're in trouble there.
Yeah.
So
we'll see how that plays out. It's gonna if you can actually turn it into a Jets dynasty, if you're gonna have to break up that team, and your owner continues to steal all your money from you in the off season. So good luck getting a new arena built. You're going to be playing in the old barn for sometime to come.
I mean, they did till 2011.
Yeah, true enough.
Nope, that's not right. That's
In
not right.
2011? No, before
No,
that.
it was 2005. Sorry.
Yeah. But then they
The Jets
expanded it
came
before
back in
they.
2011.
It wasn't the same size it is now.
Not pretty much.
Didn't they add seats at one
They've only,
point before the Jets?
they no, they've added like 400 seats, but that's about it.
Oh, okay. I thought it was more than that. But
No,
anyhow, we'll
no.
be back next week with the Jets game, late or early 90s Jets game now. So thanks for coming out, and we will see you in a week from now.